cut him, he gon' bleed a lot. We the Israelites, the ones you always read about. Scriptures heavy as a seeming block. We the righteous nightmares on the Edom block. If we cut him, he gon' bleed a lot. We the Israelites, the ones you always read about. Scriptures heavy as a seeming block. We the righteous nightmares on the Edom block.
I love the book of Obadiah, he killing Esau. Fight up his heart, put him in chains, and that's all he saw. Ain't no going back and forth, this ain't no seesaw. Them chairs coming from the sky, he gon' see y'all. All praises to Yahweh, Babylon gon' burn. Hopefully I did enough for my spot, it was earned. Every day we hit the streets so our people can learn. Teaching the truth about this life that our nation deserve. Set a nigga up with scriptures, it ain't no debate. I'm living life and it's true, why these niggas be fake? It be fun.
Isaiah 30 and 19 in the Message. Oh yes, people of Zion, citizens of Jerusalem, your time of tears is over. Cry for help and you'll find his grace and more grace.
Right? Our time of tears is over, man. We gotta cry for help. We're not crying for help. Or at least we're crying for help, but we're not crying to our God. We're crying to every other nation of people, right? We're looking for a nation that cannot help us. Right? And it's not even that they can't. They don't want to. Even if they could help us, they wouldn't do it. They just wouldn't. Right? Keep going.
The moment he hears, he'll answer. Just as the master kept you alive during the hard times, he'll keep your teacher alive and present among you. Your teacher will be right there, local and on the job, urging you on whatever you wonder, left or right.
And here we are. Same way you got. Read that part again one more time. From the, he kept you alive.
He'll keep. Just as the master kept you alive during the hard times.
Right, just as he kept you alive during the hard times. What's going on with you? Excuse me, ma'am. What's going on? How you doing? You looking at the sign?
Yeah, I'm looking.
What do you think about it?
I'm not sure.
You was looking at the sign of Jesus?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I really don't know anything about it. I think it's interesting.
You think Jesus was a white man?
Yeah, no, I believe Jesus was my race, Assyrian.
Huh?
I believe that Jesus was an Assyrian.
He was Assyrian? Why would you think that?
Because my people were like one of the first people on earth.
Say that again?
My people go back to the Babylonian and the Sumerian days. The Assyrian people were one of the first. You know anything about it?
You're not related to Babylonians or Assyrians.
I am Assyrian, half Assyrian. My dad is
you said
full-blooded.
Babylonians and not Assyrians, Babylonians and
Sumerians.
You're not related to them.
I didn't say I was related to them.
You just said you were Assyrian.
I'm Assyrian.
So
Why'd you mention the Babylonians?
I'm saying the Assyrian people were way back in the Babylonian days.
Okay, sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, they weren't?
No, they weren't.
They weren't? Okay, let's look it up for history purposes.
We're agreeing with you. We don't have to look it up.
We're agreeing that they were back in the Babylonian days. Mesopotamia.
As was everyone. Everyone was there.
Okay. Very sure.
You want to know? I was there.
I thought you were.
Everyone was there. Chinese people, you had Japanese people.
I never said that they
Koreans.
weren't.
They were all there.
When did I say that they weren't there?
You said the Assyrians and the Babylonians were one of the first people to walk the earth, right?
One of the first cultures to run the earth, yes. There was the Sumerians, the Babylonians,
One of the first cultures to run the earth.
the Mesopotamians.
Okay.
I mean, this is history. It's not really up here.
Those are all civilizations. We understand that.
I never said that there was a Chinese. I never said that there wasn't anybody else. I just said that. You asked me if I thought that Jesus was white. I said I don't think Jesus is white.
So you said he was Assyrian.
I think that my Jesus is Assyrian because that's my nationality.
You got that in Hebrew?
Oh, yeah.
So let me ask you, what is a white person?
What is a white person? I don't know. Is it a skin color? Is it a nationality?
I would assume that it's a skin color.
I mean, is the skin color a nationality though?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Because I'm Middle Eastern and I look white as fuck.
So then, okay. So then you're white then.
I just told you I'm Middle Eastern. I'm Assyrian. I'm not white.
What's your father?
My father is full-blooded Assyrian, born and raised in Baghdad, Iraq.
Born in Baghdad.
Yes. Yeah. Actually, Iraq is where Assyria used to be on the map. Do you?
It's a little bit more north.
Oh no, actually, it's not.
Like, you can
My-
say,
Okay, so let me, since you know so much about my
you
culture,
can say,
are
that
Assyrians
the
Muslim?
that the
Are the
Chaldeans
Assyrians
and
Muslim?
the Assyrians, they are.
Are they
similar
Assyrians
culture.
Muslim?
They do. They
No,
do.
they're not Muslim. You obviously don't know
Who the fuck
anything.
said they're Muslim? You're
I just
saying
asked
that.
you.
You're saying that. See, that's the thing about
Okay,
conversation.
so tell me about Assyrians.
This is the thing about conversation.
No, you're trying to tell me about my culture.
I say something, you hear.
I just asked you. Tell me something about Assyrians since you know so much.
What I was saying that today's Chaldeans and the Assyrians do share a culture. Yes, because they speak and write in a certain Aramaic script.
No, Assyrian is actually very similar to Arabic, not Aramaic. You're wrong. Get your cultures right.
They're Aramaic. They speak Aramaic.
They speak Assyrian. It's a language. It's a fucking language. Look it up. It's very similar to Arabic. It's actually almost identical to Arabic.
Okay, great. Because
Okay, great.
they come to Semitic languages.
Okay, you just told me that they spoke Aramaic.
They speak and write Aramaic.
No, they don't. My dad is full-blooded Assyrian. My entire family is full-blooded Assyrian. I go to Assyrian convention every fucking year in Turlock with all the Assyrians in the whole fucking area. You tell me about my nationality. I'm not trying to tell you about yours.
You don't know our nationality.
So do your research.
What is our nationality?
Do your fucking
You don't even know
research.
what we're doing. So I'm asking. I want to get back. You said Christ might be he's Assyrian. Your Jesus is Assyrian.
And he may be a woman too. You never know.
You just said he.
You say he. That's how you speak. And
You said he.
absolutely.
How is he
How is
a
he?
woman?
How is he a what? How is he a woman?
Assyrians speak Aramaic.
Assyrians speak
They speak
Assyrian.
Aramaic.
They speak Assyrian.
Speak that
You
again.
fucking idiot.
Yes, they speak Aramaic, specifically.
You're such a
speak of
sheep.
New Aramaic.
You're gonna tell me
You
about my
Aramaic
family
dialect.
who is
Now, what's a
full-blooded
Neo
Assyrian.
Aramaic dialect? Assyrians speak dialects of Neo-Aramaic.
Okay,
a family of languages
Neo-Aramaic,
that
but
have descended
the language-
from Old Aramaic.
It's called Assyrian.
Old
Aramaic.
It's called Assyrian.
It's
Look
called-
it up.
It's called
Look
Aramaic.
it up.
It's called Aramaic.
Okay,
Back to the
well,
Jesus
I
thing.
can Google too, because you guys are fucking
Go ahead.
ignorant as
I would love to do
motherfuckers.
it. You said you were gonna
You're
look it
ignorant as
up.
fuck.
We'd love to see it.
Okay, let's do it.
Go ahead. Let's read this about Christ. You got-
I'm not talking about Christ. I'm talking about my
Do
people.
Russians and Ukrainians have the same language?
I'm not
No
Russian or
and yes.
Ukrainian.
Why? Because they share the Syriac, the
A
Syriac
lot of
alphabet.
all of our
right?
words, they stem from the same Latin fucking derivative
Not
of
Latin,
words.
not Latin, not
There's
Latin,
Latin.
not
That's way
Latin.
later. That's way
not
later.
Latin.
Okay, but what does that have to do with just because your word stems from the same original word doesn't make it the same language?
Latin did not arrive until way later.
As an example,
That's ridiculous.
it's not a ridiculous thing. But a lot of our languages, the words they stem from the same fucking
Well, yeah,
word.
English,
But
yeah.
that doesn't make
English
them
and
the
Spanish,
same
yeah.
language.
Sure. English and Spanish.
That
sure,
doesn't
yeah.
make them the same
You
language.
get like European languages. They stem from the Latin language.
It doesn't have to be the same language.
Yeah.
But they're not the same language.
Yeah. But go ahead. You read this.
This is Hebrews 7:14.
Assyrian,
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah.
No, he was Assyrian.
Judah,
He was Assyrian.
our Lord sprang out of
Okay,
Judah.
the Assyrian
Of
language
which tribe
encompasses
Moses
both
makes nothing
ancient
to the
Akkadian and
priesthood.
modern Neo-Arabic dialects.
He was a
With the
Judite.
later being the
He was an
focus
Israel.
for many Assyrians today. The term Assyrian language can refer to the ancient Assyrian dialect of Akkadian or to the modern Neo-Aramaic languages spoken.
It's
the language.
Of the Neo what?
What is the
Of the Neo
Assyrian
what?
language?
It said the Neo what?
It's a derivative from the ancient dialect of Akkadian or the modern Neo-Aramaic languages. It's a dialect. It's a dialect. So you're telling me that
What's the
Assyrian
difference
is
of a
Aramaic?
dialect and a language? Give
A
me that.
dialect and a language?
Yes, difference.
You're telling me, okay,
Difference.
this is
No,
the
no, 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 no,
definition
no.
of an
Answer.
Assyrian
Answer.
language.
1, 2, 3, yeah, go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Go.
Go, I'm
Difference
telling you,
between dialect and language.
okay, my family doesn't know how to speak Aramaic, they know how to speak
Difference
Assyrian.
between dialect and language.
A different, why are you asking me a question that we're not even,
Because you don't even understand.
but you don't even understand, you're trying to tell me that my,
Google gave you.
you guys are fucking sheep.
You don't understand it. You don't understand
You're
the
sheep.
You don't understand the answer
You're
Google
sheep.
gave you.
You're she.
What's the difference of a language and a dialect?
It's a direct dialect, and it's not just Aramaic. It's the ancient Akkadian.
It's a derivative of it, meaning what?
Akkadian, modern Neo-Aramaic, and Akkadian. It's a
Modern.
And no. It encompasses.
Now,
Encompasses. Let's see what Arabic encompasses.
What writing script did the Akkadians?
Arabic language. Let's see what that one encompasses.
Because the cuneiform got nothing to do with the Semitic language. Well, it is Semitic. They got really nothing to do with the Assyrian, only by pronunciations only. They use a whole different script, which is cuneiform. See, if you knew these things, you will understand the answer that AI
I'm
is
telling you, my
giving
family speaks Assyrian. They don't speak Aramaic.
They speak a dialect.
Syrian is a language.
Assyrian is. Look it up. It's right there on Google. First thing you see.
They speak a dialect of Neo-Aramaic.
No, that's what an Assyrian language is. It is a dialect, but the Assyrian language. Okay, every language is a dialect of another language.
No.
Oh, it's not.
No.
So all the times that the Bible was rewritten.
No. I'm not gonna let you get away with
You
that.
are so.
I'm not gonna let you get away with that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna let you get away with
So
that. Because you don't even know the
everything
difference of a
derives
language and a
from
dialect.
something. Everything
You don't know the
derives
difference of a
from
language and a
something.
dialect. I can't let you get away with that.
The dialect changes as the time goes on in time.
Not always
Yes, it
true.
does.
Not
Look at the
always
Bible.
true.
Look at the fucking Bible.
Not always true.
If you read the Bible how it was first written, you wouldn't understand
That's a
it.
translation. You're talking about a translation. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a dialect.
Oh, dialect isn't a translation.
Okay,
That's ridiculous.
Okay, with the hat. You with the hat. What's a dialect?
Imagine being married to this, bro.
Wait, what's a dialect?
What is dialect?
What's a dialect?
He asked you that.
Oh, funny.
You don't know?
Funny.
It's a subset of a language.
But what the fuck have I been saying this whole time?
No, because you didn't know that.
Subset
You didn't know that.
or a
I'm gonna give you an example.
derivative? Subset or derivative? Let's see what
I'm
the.
gonna give you an example.
Because they're fucking sheep.
Castilian is a dialect.
They're fucking sheep. They're trying to tell me about my culture.
The Castilian is a dialect of the Spanish language.
Do you even know? I'm talking about my family and my fucking history.
That they speak Aramaic.
They don't speak Aramaic. They speak Assyrian.
You just read it.
Okay, is Aramaic and Assyrian the same thing?
Do they speak Akkadian?
Is Aramaic
How come they don't speak
language and
Akkadian?
Assyrian language the same thing?
How come they don't speak Akkadian? The original language is
Let's see
Assyrian.
if it's the same, right?
How come they don't speak Akkadian?
Mister can't tell me what a fucking
Do they
dialect
speak
is.
Akkadian?
But you got a lot to say,
Do
right?
the Assyrians speak Akkadian today?
Aramaic
How
and
come they don't speak Akkadian?
Assyrian, are they the same thing?
Whatever. I wouldn't doubt it.
Languages, differences. Aramaic and Assyrian are related but distant. Aramaic is a broader family of languages, and Assyrian is a specific dialect.
You're wrong.
Dialect.
It's a dialect.
There you go.
They come from the same language.
You told me it was the same language. You told me my family spoke Aramaic.
No one said that.
You told me my family spoke Aramaic. The Assyrian people speak Aramaic. No, they don't. They speak Assyrian.
She's smarter than AI.
I'm not smarter than AI. This is my culture. This is what I was raised knowing and loving and being.
How come you guys don't speak Akkadian?
What?
How come you don't speak Akkadian?
My family is Assyrian. They speak Assyrian. They also speak
Didn't you read
Hebrew.
that they speak Akkadian?
No, are you joking me?
I'm asking.
Are you joking me? Are you fucking
That's the
joking
original
me?
language.
Are you really that simple?
The Assyrians speak Akkadian. in the
I
ancient
read
world.
it straight from fucking Google. I didn't say that they
Akkadian in the
spoke
ancient
it.
world.
You're the one who's telling me that they speak Aramaic.
Of course they do.
I know what I'm talking about when it comes to my fucking
Do you
family.
speak Akkadian?
They don't know nothing
Sis,
about
sis.
Assyrian people. They
Sis.
know nothing about the Assyrian people. Who's the king of Assyria?
That's not my people. I don't give a damn.
Exactly. You don't know shit
I
about
don't care. I
Assyria.
don't care.
But you care. But you care enough.
care.
You care enough to talk shit and make it seem like you know what you're talking about.
Salamanesar.
Huh?
I gave you one.
Actually-
Salamanesar.
No, the original king is King Ashurbanipal, motherfucker.
Solomon Ezra.
I will do whatever the fuck I want, thank you. You guys have all your power of speech. You guys are very tough to pick on a woman who's talking about her culture that you know nothing about.
Ashurbanipal.
Ashurbanipal.
We all know about Ashurbanipal.
Oh, really? Because why didn't you bring it up? Why didn't you bring it up? You guys are all we, right? But what's the difference here? What's the difference?
Let's read. Let's read about the Akkadian language.
Okay, why are we
Let's
reading
see
about
the
the
first thing
Akkadian
it says.
language?
Akkadian was an East Semitic language as attested in ancient Mesopotamia,
What does that have to do with anything that we're talking
Assyria.
about?
That's why I asked you, do you speak Akkadian? You
No,
say
my
you speak-
family does not speak Akkadian. Akkadian
That is
language
one of the
and Assyrian.
dialects of
It's not
the
the same
Assyrians.
language. It's not the same fucking language.
It's a dialect of the Assyrians.
No, it's not the same. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay, is it
I
the
just
same
read it.
language? Look it up.
I just read it.
Look it up. Look it up.
I just read it right
Yo,
here.
Are you joking me? Is
I just
Akkadian
read it.
language the same as Assyrian
Akkadian,
language?
which is the earliest documented Semitic language, is named after the city of Akkad, a
Akkad.
major center of Mesopotamian civilization.
Mesopotamia.
In the Akkadian Empire, it was written. It was written using the cuneiform script, originally used for Samaria, but it also used to write some other
We
languages
got
in
Mesopotamia,
the
we got
region.
Samaria, we got.
Yeah. That
So
means
all
it's
of those
Assyrian
languages
spoken.
are all the same? Is what you're saying?
It's a dialect that they spoke.
That's
I
what
just
you're
said that.
saying.
I just said that.
Okay.
That's why
You
I asked.
literally just said the Mesopotamian language, that fucking what
Semitic
Sumerian language, that the Assyrian language are all the same.
It's a dialect that Assyrians spoke.
Okay, wasn't I the one that fucking said that it was a derivative? It directly came from similarities in the language, but it's not the same.
The
Huh?
Akkadian language
You
was
said
spoken by the
Syria?
Assyrians. It said it right here.
They spoke about Assyrians?
The Akkadian language was spoken by the Assyrians. That's why it's written.
Was spoken by the Assyrians. Assyrians?
You're an Assyrian,
okay,
right?
and Assyrian language is its own
Akkadian.
language now. Just look it up. Say, is Assyrian its own language? Fucking ask it. And then do your research before you come out and be like that.
Assyrian language.
You're ignorant.
Assyrian language encompasses the ancient Akkadian
Encompasses.
and modern Aramaic.
Dagger.
Akkadian,
That's all he was
modern
saying.
Aramaic. That's
Right.
the Assyrian
Akkadian
language.
Aramaic. That's what they
the
spoke.
Assyrian language.
Like, the Assyrian language isn't a title of anything. Because it's Akkadian or Aramaic. That's what we're read. It's a Greek. What's wrong with this lady? She's not even the original Assyrian anyway. Because the Assyrians, when you look at the walls, were melanated people, not her. She said she's an Arab, didn't she? So how is she a real Assyrian then? That's crazy.
And you know, the dare I say Caucasian? Dare I say Caucasity?
I would dare say so.
The Caucasity is her.
That's crazy. Let me read this last one. Back to the whole Christ was Assyrian nonsense that she just spewed. This is Matthew 27 and 37. And set up over his head his accusation written, "This is Jesus, the King of the Jews."
King of the Assyrians.
The King of the Jews.
No, he was the king of the Arabs.
The King of the Jews.
King of the Jews. Right there. Right there. And see, the thing, and here's the crazy thing about it, right? Here's the real crazy thing. Let me just, now I'm gonna close out. Let me just get the Matthew 5 in the message. Here's the crazy thing about it, right? Is that she said her Jesus was Assyrian. Right? Like, you can just come, and I was talking about this last week about how we all have different gods, man. They're different gods, right? Her Jesus is Assyrian, right? Not Jesus himself. Her Jesus is Assyrian. And that's oh, you want RL right there across the street?
RL.
Yeah.
Hey, Papa, how you doing?
You know? And that's the problem. We get removed from who we are, right? We get hypnotized, we get put in this situation. Now Jesus can be any and everyone, right? You got that one? 17, yeah.
Matthew 5 and 17, and the message: don't suppose for a minute that I've come to demolish the scriptures, either God's law or the prophets.
Right? Because Christ didn't come to demolish the laws and the prophecies, right? He didn't come to do away with our culture, right? Which is crazy. I'm gonna have to start using that one. I'm gonna have to start using that one. You mean to tell me that Christ did away with the culture?
I would say that's an asshole.
Sounds crazy. Christ did away with the culture. They don't understand that. He didn't do away with the culture, right? Go ahead.
I'm not here to demolish, but to complete. I'm going to put it all together in a vast panorama. God's laws is more real and lasting than the stars in the sky and the ground at your feet. Long after the stars burn out and earth wears out, God's law will be alive and working.
Right, so after everything is all said and done, God's law is still going to stand. What these scientists say that the stars blew up millions of years ago, and the light hasn't reached us yet, so we haven't seen it, right? Even if that is the case, when those stars blow up, well, God's law is still gonna stand, right? When America gets blown to bits, God's law is still gonna stand, right? Nothing's gonna change that. Go ahead.
Trivialize even the smallest item in God's law, and you will only have trivialized yourself.
Right? You trivialize God's law, you trivialize yourself. Right? You diminish it, you diminish yourself. You make light of it like it's a joke. You're playing games with your own life, right? Go ahead.
But take it seriously, show the way.
But no, it's a joke.
But take it seriously.
Right? It's serious out here. We don't come up here because it's fun. Right? We have fun, right? We don't come up here because we like to do it. Man, as long as I've been doing this, man, you know how many things I could be at home doing right now? I could be at home with my son, man, with my wife. When I'm out here trying to help my people, right? We got things to, man, we got lives outside of this. We got jobs, we got rent, bills. We got things to do outside of this. Take this thing serious, man. Come back to the Lord, serious. With all your heart and all your soul. Go ahead.
Show the way for others, and you will find honor in the kingdom. Unless you do far better than the Pharisees in the matters of right living, you won't know the first thing about entering the kingdom.
Right? You won't know nothing about entering in the kingdom, right? Unless you do better than the scribes and Pharisees, right? They kept the law and didn't have faith. They kept some of they kept some of the law and didn't have faith, right? You got to do better than that. You don't keep the law, and if you don't keep the law, if you don't know anything about the law, you're not going to walk into the kingdom. It's just that simple. You disqualify yourself from doing such things, right? You got to be an Israelite. You got to keep the law. You got to have the faith, right? Those are the qualifications. Those are the qualifications of walking to the kingdom, right? You know, we talk about free will and who God's choosing. That's not up to us. But if you want to run this race, you have to be an Israelite first to get on the starting block. You have to keep these laws to start running, and you got to have faith and endure to make it to the end. And if not, you're not going to walk in the kingdom. You're going to die right next to these Edomites. You're going to die right next to everybody else in the middle, right? And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh and say Shalom.